Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Dire team pick.
Welcome back, everybody. I bet you thought this, like game number 5, some kind of, I don't know, but it's actually only game number 3 of this
10 seconds.
Center
remaining.
winners bracket qualifier. Power Rangers go Diggity. That's
5
what we're here
seconds
for.
remaining.
Welcome back, Heen. I hope you're having a great time. Great time for
Hey,
Dota,
Toby.
bro. Great time for Dota.
Only like an average match time of, let's say, 75 minutes between these teams.
Yeah, it's not too long, man. Not at all. It's normal, right?
It's almost as if the way these two match up against each other, like the way they want to play the game, their victory condition kind of narrow, so that's why the game tends to go. It's been 85 minutes, and the last game was like what?
10 seconds
Let me
remaining.
check. It was pretty damn long too. It was 65 minutes. So
Dire team ban.
yeah,
Does
the
no
game
Diggity
kind of gets.
actually have the record longest game, like longest average game time out of any? I know there are other games.
10 seconds remaining.
But they, you know,
5
what wins
seconds
is,
remaining.
what matters is if they win or not. Who really cares about the match time, right? A win is a win.
Reserve
Yeah.
time.
You can say that.
The last game, I think they were, after like the last game, obviously they're pretty hyped. They managed to take the series to game 3, what looked like sweep for Power Rangers. Not clean in the sense that they were all that convincing, but it looked pretty bleak for no Diggity, no doubt. But towards the end, like the last 5 minutes, they were very
Dire team
focused. Like
ban.
the Ember Spirit, there was a moment like towards. I mean, at that point, it kind of didn't matter. But after he remnanted out, there was an
Radiant
impetus
team
following him,
ban.
and he had the presence of mind to blink dagger dodge it. Otherwise, he would have probably died. But that just shows how focused they were.
I don't know if I can take a level of see what happens
10
this time
seconds
with a
remaining.
Beastmaster and open up Power Rangers.
5 seconds
Really
remaining.
great power. We're looking for from the mid lane. We saw that as well.
Reserve time.
No Diggity. Again, deny him. They deny him on the quote bans. No Puck. No Queen of Pain. Play 3 different heroes.
Radiant team
With
pick.
no Invoker in the pool. I'm interested to see who.
Dire team pick.
Batrider? Or Qualifier? In this situation, is it going to be Batrider off lane with a Beast?
Radiant team pick.
No.
Right in mid with a
Right.
with Chen. Yeah, this has to be back right in mid.
I mean, it
That's
could.
the only choice I got.
Oh, okay, it's a Spectre.
Dire team pick.
Vector safe lane, bat right in mid, beast and support with a plot.
Very different kind of theme for No Diggity. Game they had a lot of squishy heroes, but with the Spectre, they should be able to be more about brute strength. Spectre doesn't really care
10
too much about
seconds
getting
remaining.
disabled, getting caught off guard. If she dies, she's gonna
5
still
seconds
do a lot of
remaining.
damage with like Radiance or Dispersion, whichever.
Reserve time.
How are Power Rangers gonna respond to this? Because they still have the off lane, and if that OD is a safe lane, assuming that OD is a mid lane, they have 2 core positions open to respond to this Spectre.
Kind of cool here. One position here. You get any choice. What's
I
the
think-
best one?
Generally, you want to stick to heroes that peak mid game. my take on it. But without being able to see the hero list, let's see in the hero list. Sometimes like Drow is often like strong Drow lineups that peak around like the 20-minute mark when Spectre is far away from Radiance. That's like the time where you can just mow down all the towers and possibly go for a high ground. You'll often see like a Spectre lineup have to play from 1 Rex down at 25 minutes, and that's sort of the approach that a lot of teams take.
Radiant team ban.
Axia, cool.
Might be a Sven coming, but I don't really think Sven is all that optimal. In a way, you don't want to play Sven against Beastmaster Batrider, right? But they have the Oracle
10
back up the
seconds
Sven.
remaining.
That could open up the possibility of the Sven. On their other
5
circumstances,
seconds
they would have been like Batrider, Beastmaster, Sven. Nope.
Reserve time.
I'd actually still be in for a BOD into primarily because you're going to run a dual. Odin Auric shouldn't be able to be right. They got the other choice is you actually go in for that. CK is still available inside the pool, rolling up against him off and if quick damage. He could be the pick Power Rangers.
I think if Power Rangers don't ban out the silencer, silencer could be really game breaking for no Diggity because they would make the Oracle kind of useless against the Batrider initiations.
You can understand the Disruptor up against Darkseer. That silence control he's looking for, even though you can't count the Oracle. Now the time for this.
10 seconds remaining.
Witch Doctor. It's something I wouldn't have guessed because Witch Doctor doesn't really add too much against the Darkseer lane, and with the Chen already picked up for no Diggity, they knew for sure that they had to dual lane and survive the Darkseer lane. And other than helping Spectre sustain the lane, I see what Witch Doctor brings to the table. That makes it that optimal compared to the other supports, but we'll have to see. We'll have a peek into the mind of Syndrome as the game unfolds.
He brings the pushing power. That's one thing he actually does offer. Hey!
We're able. You hear me just fine then?
Oh yeah. I've heard you fine for a very long.
Okay, that's.
We had to. So,
I mean, on first glance, I think Diggity's lineup looks super solid because Spectre is just so flexible. I think the way he's being played right now, it's just like, in fact, I think it's really strong early game carry. The way he can instantly go into these positions and catch people off guard with a Desolate means it doesn't take a 10k net worth to be useful. And because I have like a Chen, Batrider, and Beastmaster, I don't see them just readily losing the early game. It's the third game in a row they've been doing this.
Yeah, they love their early attack. This is for the first. Watch the movie. Very different. Getting their own. When you're obviously playing with a better control. Maybe they just.
30 seconds to battle.
And just like game one, PR don't be too interested in blocking the Chen. They're just keeping tabs on him. Qualifier actually starting with boots first. I'm not sure if this is standard against OD. gonna guess the level 1 bounty room wrong.
Maybe just want to
The
No spirit
battle
in it.
begins.
another part of
Oh, both
lose
bounty
both.
rooms. They
Error and Syndrome.
I guess that's one of the biggest sides of the smoke rotation, or rather just the scouting from PR. It puts so much pressure on Diggity. They have to play the guessing game as to where they should go for the bounty room. And unfortunately for them, they guessed wrong.
Well, laning face. Let's keep our eyes closed. Numb. Cheshire Cat is this. It's gonna be a fun battle with the dodging of the left on top lane. He's feeling a lot more confident, coming up almost a base of goddamn. Was expended most of his mana pool. He took it one. Then really, more he runs it over. Observe Ward to see his early rotation, so if the Earth Spirit does come for him, see it.
Probably got the call from Sendrin that the Earth Spirit was in the bottom lane, so he probably knows he can tank at least one combo from the Sven and Oracle. J4 is gonna fail on the pull here. He wanted to. Oh, never mind. He'd be able to get it. Kind of pulled it early.
Yeah, wonderful tanky Earth Spirit. Initiates under him, but misses the target. Gamsor's moving over now. He does not want to let the cam go on. A little bit too much fun for Cheshire Cat and Big Nut. Potentially lead. Out Big Nut. He used his line.
Double damage.
For a read.
Era. I mean, interestingly enough, I think Earth Spirit isn't really helping Cheshire Cat get that much more out of the lane. I feel like Cheshire Cat would have been pretty okay on his own. And at this point, they're just sharing EXP, and with Synderen pulling those creeps and getting them denied, it's gonna be really slow levels for Cheshire Cat.
Make a play with Troll Trapper and a double damage rune. They got a lot of work with here. Era's too busy being pushed away by the double iron shell, so he can't be involved. How that lane would go, but it's 10. I'll take Orion still has the smaller upper hand. Then it's completely out of CS. Come on. Well, Diggity are just gonna far behind. Now they ball in again, Big Num. A well off target rolling ball.
Oh, Era.
Kick onto Era. Paralyzing cast considering it's gonna go to work. Cheshire Cat will start chasing it down. The first blood is actually over by J4 on the Beastmaster. Lane is not gonna be that kill. If Yapsaw, Big Num is just. Where did he end up dying? He ended up dying right here. Looks like just a simple Storm Bolt, Fortune's End, and nuke.
I think it's Spectre has less CS than Sven. After all, Sven he has an easier lane. You don't have to deal with the Darkseer backed by an Earth Spirit, and pound for pound, Spectre is one of the most gold efficient heroes out there. So we'll have to see how it goes.
Is under attack.
Yeah, downsides though. This will have to start happening fairly soon. I want to skyrocket at this bend like group as far.
I mean, but at the same time, Sven he's not interested in taking bad stacks until he has Helm of Dom, which means as long as he gets a Helm of Dom, it looks like he can get it around the 6-minute mark, and stack by the time he wants to take the stacks, as long as he has like a triple, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. One of the Synderen and Yaps are making a rotation here. Smoke breaks.
Yeah, but there's no good paralyzing cask option. Cheshire Cat's just gonna search himself away. There's a level 2 search as well.
Yeah, that was
that would have been ban number 5.
an odd rotation because they seem. Oh, usually when you smoke, you're pretty sure of what you want to do, but when they saw the Darkseer, they kind of hesitated. But a cask followed by a double center stomp would have at least like not guaranteed a kill on the Darkseer, but they could have some good pressure, especially seeing as how Cheshire Cat doesn't really have that a regen on him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now, Rise. Bat Rider needs. I just lost all the sticky neck charges.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Pushing forward. Centaur's visible. Centaur's close enough to the Dire Observe. Other side of the hill.
Radiant's bottom
Rise just
tower
knows he
is
has
under
to play.
attack.
They're gonna go for the top rune,
Well,
but
there's no roar available.
Is under attack.
Do again,
Kazoo.
gonna get heavily nuked down. Arise, yeah. Throws the ulti out. There's a guaranteed kill. It's the extra intelligence he already.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
they're still under quite a bit of pressure from the ion shells. Them.
Actually haven't seen him
Gonna
hit
go
a
for the
single rolling boulder, but the kicks.
Wow.
Paralyzing cast, making life a little bit more
Oh,
difficult. They
man.
surge big number away. He stick charges and fairy fire consumes, trying to get himself denied up to the neutrals. Not gonna happen. Era will find the killer now. Cheshire Cat surges off cooldown in 1 second time, and he's just gonna run himself away until the
Radiant's
mud
bottom
golem.
tower is under
First
attack.
initial stun. Cheshire Cat now runs out of that speed. Still short of the mana for a spectral dagger, so we can't slow him up.
Still a very nice turnaround. Syndrin, I thought he was dead for sure, but he actually survived that and is a nice 1k gold. So we gonna go for game boots? Not sure. Game boots. All things considered, yeah. One of the losing conditions for Diggity was if the safe lane goes terribly wrong, because the Batrider at mid might not be the easiest lane against the OD, but he's gonna get a Blink Dagger. That's one of the upsides of having a Batrider mid. Your Blink Dagger timings are usually more predictable and stable. And Beastmaster Kazoo, he got first blooded, but he died twice,
Radiant's
but
top tower
he's
is
okay.
under attack.
He's
Still
against
fun
the
at the
hard
levels. Like the J4 missed that one. Try and creep back behind that tier 2 tower. Back in front of that.
I mean, the way I
Radiant's
look at the
bottom
laning
tower
phase
is
is
under
that
attack.
no matter how, I mean, unless the lane is just completely destroyed in all lanes, you can turn back the laning, revert the disadvantage from the lane phase with like 1 or maybe 2 team fights. So, Diggity having such a good team fight lineup, definitely look forward to that.
Boyfa. Almost there. We're staring down like a 9-minute blink. Needs 100 gold. Smoke movement. Centaur on the way through. Not be shrouded. Couple of stuns. He's gonna walk
Dire's
Era?
top
down, but it
tower
doesn't
is
slow.
under attack.
dead. With a kick, he doesn't have enough life. He can
Got
special
silence.
pawn himself out, but no, he daggers over the tree line. The iron
wow.
shell of the Earth Spirit actually breaches the tree line. He still goes down to Cheshire Cat.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Swap,
attack.
it's the bottom tier 1 tower. They creep skip this to their heart's content.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Did Era use the dagger on one of the heroes? I think if he used it on the trees, he might have lived there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That was a pretty close call.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Because you only have like 2 seconds to move out of the dagger and still retain the benefits of being phased and being able to like walking for obstacles.
Nice lasso. Think that going to work. They really want this Darkseer dead. He's won so much just because he's been and he's so. And it also
Dire's
stops
top
them from
tower
taking out
has
this.
fallen.
Plays up the mech a little bit. Only requires the rest. He took the tier 1 town to the top lane. Not a bad trade.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Overwatch sees J4 and goddamn moving.
Especially with an Oracle backing him up and them not having Han. Or actually they do have Han. I missaw.
I thought it was going to trigger when they were fighting him on lane to just try and like escape to the top. Now, them runs forward, they boulder out. Yamsor's still here, and Beastmaster silenced up for the moment. Nice Storm Bolt actually catches the Chen army for Bignum. Up, there's your turnaround, it's a roar on top. Goddamn, Bignum, that paralyzing cask is causing real problems from Synderen. Goddamn is protected by the false promise. He'll survive through it all, and now the OG can rotate over. A 2-for-1 trap will not remain that way for much longer. Era over the tree line, can't make it out, however. Not going to rise at that ulti, and again, this paralyzing cask goes to work. The Death Sword is up too, Cheshire Cat can't get away. PR will get team wiped. Even though Synderen doesn't get to share in the kills, he gets 6 assists or 5 assists in this one, 6 assists total. He just worked overtime with the coconut.
Yeah, I think even you'd have to agree, Toby, that Synderen did massive work in the team fight. Those coconuts, man.
What do you mean
Holy
even
crap.
me? I agree that Synderen does work all the time. I don't hit on him. I'm not a hater.
I mean, you have to admit that you were secretly hoping that even if Diggity wins the team fight, it's
Synderen
like
dies.
Synderen's like the only one who dies.
Synderen just walks into a neutral camp halfway during the fight, just like, please! Tradition!
Yeah, Synderen is actually so farmed right now. He just had 9k gold. He spent getting 4 sentries, sacrifice for the team.
How much far from that? You can get any of the kills, like everything.
But-
Get a witch duck. Third low. After everything.
I mean, nowadays though, you get so much gold just by being around the team fight, surviving, even if you don't do anything. Era going for the power treads. It's one of the interesting things. I remember talking to Era during our ladder, and he's a big believer in power treads. Generally doesn't see too much benefit of going with phase boots over power treads, and he's true to his values.
They see him blink, lasso, but false promises there. The rest of the PR team, the beast block was up, so Diggity knew what they're getting into. Here goes the paralyzing cast again with the Death Lord. The kick just stops Synderen reading that man off as Arise gets roared out as well. Qualifier to finish the job. They hear the kill, goddamn, and make him waste all that money he just picked up from the ancient stack. And maybe now with the Firefly, more sticky napalm, no bouncing cask. Rice is going to get back underneath that tier 2 tower. He's being healed up by J4. Looks like Diggity will stop the chase.
Just so much teamfight potential from Diggity, as we saw. Lasso got very beautifully countered by J4, but
Dire's
still,
middle tower is under
they're
attack.
like, okay, you guys don't have false
Dire's
promise, which
structures are fortified.
can just use Han and go on whoever's out of position. At that time, Sven was sort of in an awkward position. And this is one of the beauties I feel about Diggity's lineup, is that their late game is so strong with the Batrider and Spectre, but they have a nice balance between like a Witch Doctor and the Chen to make sure that they can not get rolled over. And in fact, they're doing quite the opposite. They had a laning stage. They're the ones that are more in control of when to start the fights and control how the game is controlled.
Down the bat right. Initiation's just right. The fact power ranges, they need an answer to it. Mech is coming out, yes, coming on the curve. Cheshire Cat's gonna have a little bit more stability. Ryan's gonna have a rock Vatos. Be able to at least, I don't know if really Spectre is just at least he can stop Batrider. But you know, we can't even do that because Koipa's already got in.
Yeah.
And stop and green.
Yeah, mid Batrider, man. Imagine if this like an off-lane Batrider has this many items, man. And you can notice he didn't go for the usual Tranquil Boost on Batrider. Because he's a mid Batrider, he can expect himself to get more farm than most people are used to on a Batrider, which means he can easily go for a Boots of Travel, and it's gonna synergize pretty nicely with the Spectre.
Back to 2, the fact that Beast. Get prepared, done. So PR will be very aware. Diggity will be very power ranges to the Radiant. The only scenario where and they're actually going to go into the one person who will be revealed is this event. Right past the Observer one, and it should flag the spotty sensors. Batrider Flying Vision reveals them all. He's already triggered, and he's not going to find a target. Sven's actually TPing himself out now. The rest of PR will have to just walk back up to the tower.
Yeah, this is the Sven right now is kind of in a awkward spot because he needs to fight for, and this feels like a deja vu because there were other games that I casted with the Sven, and his team was not having the easiest of games, and what happens is that they ask the Sven to be more active. More active role in participating in team fights. After all, he does have a stun, but that kind of goes against one of the reasons you pick Sven is to farm ancients efficiently, use your cleave to get items that you shouldn't be able to have at like the 20-minute mark and just steamroll the other team. And right now he's barely #1 in net worth. Definitely not the happiest of Sven.
No, he's gonna start control of his map as well. Head of the farm to be bottom tier 1 tower is toast. There's a big army behind. Restoration, saving that map. Turn the fortification only because it's going to come back down while Qualifier keep them distracted if possible. Diggity can keep going with this. Like, God, it's only level 1 Necro books, but if you can add damage into the tower, force PR back, then Era has more space to create a top lane. In fact, here comes the first of the team. Then might want to go as well. Finds the first.
Oh, Qualifier. He cancelled the TP on goddamn.
2 tower bottom lane then. Like Orion's currently getting, okay, he's getting chain stunned and nuked down. The spectral halt will come off. So potentially Era can reality that, but instead he's looking over towards J4. Dagger flies over towards goddamn. Qualifier still in full. Once they get forced up into Lasso, so we can hold goddamn position. And goddamn it's isolated, which means welcome to Deathslave power. Goddamn flame break down the hill. They'll still fall. And looks like the battle's continuing on as Synderen dies.
That was like sort of a miscommunication from Power Rangers. I mean, no Diggity. They kind of went bottom to create chaos because they were going for the Sven, but all in all, very favorable trade for Diggity, no doubt. They got the Sven. Could have gone the tier 2 at bottom, possibly, but that's... Always go back to it. Their lineup is not too centered around having to take towers. And like, look at Qualifier, he's so rich. I think he's gonna go for a Boots of Travel, take it slow. He doesn't need like KV ASAP.
Anything else he'd go over the BT? Right now he hasn't spent his money.
I mean, maybe a BKB, but like, what's the point of going BKB? Basically, they have so much control around the map that he doesn't need to use BKB to do his job right now. I think he's a mid Batrider. Hey, I think he should go for Boost of Travel. It's such a nice item, right?
Oh, look at it go!
Point booster, yep, saw. He has also grouped themselves up for. She have smart the Oracle. Then we'll do a quick farm.
And get his blink.
The Radiant Observer will scout this out, but you see where the wards are. Like one of them just timed out around Roshan. Got one ward in the bottom lane. They got pretty much inside the entrance to the dire jungle. So if everyone goes missing, you have to be aware. In fact, they're already pinging it out. They're pinging Roshan.
And Qualifier is gonna go Shadow Blade.
Okay. More
And-
and more popular with initiation. He's got a blink dagger on a 4-star. He's Shadow Blade.
Dire's middle tower is under
Now Roshan, it starts up. Dire Observe Wall was freshly planted. There, well, yeah, there's another 2 sentries over on the Witch Doctor. If he wants to get rid of it, he can do it. His army will now arrive. Spectral Horn comes in. Roshan at 800 lives. Who's going to take it? The General from Cinder of perfect position, killed by the Dire. OD gets the Aegis Immortal, and it's fine. Cinder will finally be interrupted, while OD is going to get clipped up by Qualifier. The OD ulti will drop, but the paralyzing cask is still causing issues. Even once Cinder is dead, Hera ripping through goddamn, but now he's caught inside the wall and nuked down by J4. It's a 3-for-2 trade-off. The OD might be clipped for the moment, but J4 and Cheshire Cat are still a formidable force. The Orions will get pushed down in a moment. No 4-star, they're seeing a TP out for him.
I have a feeling that Qualifier is gonna wait this out and try to cancel his TP.
Flame breaks and keep. But that's one.
They are watching with the Hawk.
Firefly.
Yep.
Flame break. And him on the hill. Didn't even push him over. He actually has to sit here for another 6 seconds. There's no other choice. Oh wait, no. Hello. No spirit.
Huh?
How to forget. Balance was on its way.
Just a necessary team fight for Power Rangers to stay somewhat even in the game, and Aegis is still intact on Arise.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think if Diggity got there a bit earlier, could have been more
Dire's
calm, because
bottom
after the
tower
haunt,
is under attack.
you could see Qualifier was he was not sure if he should go right away and clip one, or wait it out, and wait, like, basically be more patient on Lasso. That kind of created good opportunity for Power Rangers to get a nice vacuum.
Really repairing with that. They were about 0.5k behind at that point. They brought it back by about 2,000. Same with the gold as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, not out of this game with a beak come up on a like is on the right. I don't even want to say like, oh, because the Spectre's only Usher at this much of a can. The fact that the beak with everything they up. A little too good right now for Diggity. Even if the call.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And this is Power Rangers'
Radiant
first clean
structures
attempt
are
at
fortified.
taking down a tower. It looks like Diggity don't really put too much value on this tier 1 now, especially that the Roche is gone.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
You can just choose not to risk it. Should they get picked off there, that might turn into a second tier, another tower, and who knows? You know, their more mistakes can lead into high ground like chip damage.
I know the offlane towers though. Cactus seem to come up. Yep. Smock. Dire Observe out and the trying to find out what's going on bottom lane and just take the tower. Creep waves in the perfect spot.
Arise, I thought he might go for it, but he's very suspicious.
Out it out. Straight into push.
You know, I feel like if I had
Radiant's
to
top tower is
criticize
under
Diggity,
attack.
I've noticed that over
Radiant
the,
structures are
including this
fortified.
game, it's a full series, that their smoke success rate seems pretty low. Like, something is a bit off
That's the same
about
thing
their
with
smoke
Power Rangers.
timings.
They just they run circles. Well, Army wants to finish the job. OD's gonna get this mile off. Diggity got what they came for. force 5 heroes from Power Rangers down bottom lane, and they take the tier 2 tower. Snide, sure.
Meanwhile, Era up top knows he's very safe because they just scouted out the whole collection of Power Ranger heroes at bottom. He's gonna probably finish this Manta. Not really much stuff.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Everything. Get around that. Like, game PR had a night. They had the vision advantage. You didn't get an initiation off. Goddamn went for the armor first, went for the Mega straight after. BKB, but most of the time Diggity is that rider or the Hawk. They should be able to see everything. They're prepared.
Yeah. Do you remember if they banned the Night Stalker this? It would make sense because they first picked the Beastmaster.
Let me double check. I don't
Okay.
remember off the top. PR could be 6.
I mean, Diggity are fairly certain, and Syndrome may be that smoke tank that he is very adept at.
Yep. Oh, we're in. Glimmer Cape. No!
Middle tower is
No!
under attack.
No! Oriion's gonna be so tempted. Okay, Earth Spirit will throw the rock down and get a pull on him. He knew he did the tree somewhere. Tier 1 tower will drop. Obviously, no backdoor regeneration on Tier 1 towers. Qualifier will take the time to get rid of an Obserward. Blink and BT out. Won't reach him in time. So again, Cinderin taking it for the team. I don't actually have an answer for you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, last game, I think the Night Stalker was such a big problem that if they wanted to have some success with the Beastmaster, obviously Hawk Vision is a big part of the reason you picked Beastmaster in last game. He wasn't able to be a big impact in terms of vision. It would make sense that they ban out the Night Stalker in this game. And if they had also banned on the Bat Rider. Stalker.
Kane. Starting to farm up his the rest of his ancients. He uses Necrobooks to well bring the heal to the party.
So Power Rangers, they have like their duo BKB combo already on the Sven and OD, but whether they want to make a move, it's been hard for them to catch out anyone because like you have to look at the Beastmaster, Hawks scouting out, and then you have Bat Rider pushing out lanes with his gem, and he just generally he has 3 mobility items: Shadow Blade, Blink Dagger, Force Staff. You have Syndrome going around tanking smoke gangs for a team. It's just hard for Power Rangers to find anything right now.
Do something about it. Even if you just burst down a lane, start to take towers, but their waves under the right position.
Dire's middle tower is under
Hero
attack.
now triggers the mana style. He's got a full 10 army behind him. Finish this tier 2 tower for PR, even inflict 1 point of damage.
Radiant's bottom
The only thing that will slow him down is fortification.
They're
Even
probably
triggered.
gonna
has fallen.
save their smoke for the next row. This game is becoming. I mean, it shouldn't even be this hard against the Spectre lineup if you want to have a fighting chance. They realize that they're in a tough situation, and they wasted a lot of their smoke rotations. They got full advantages from the earlier smoke attempts, and with the Roche coming up, they're gonna need that smoke.
He's actually max spawn. Wait it out. Gonna rise. Moment.
Oh, look at the Hawk.
It gets here every single time. Oh, you mean because it blocks the camp?
Yeah, but he blocked the camp. Realized that Sven was trying to stack camp and blocked it. And it's just gonna play mind games. If Power Rangers didn't see that Hawk, they're gonna think, oh, they blocked the ward
have a
here.
ward.
And they're gonna waste precious sentries. I mean, they do have a gem. Like
I think if
Oracle
Roshan's
is-
a critical target, you put every Hawk has been. Now it's actually a keel low. Mobs and with a gem.
here they go. I mean, this has to work for Power Rangers.
How can it? You just got a fresh diffuser blade over on the spec. He's got a horn available. He can kill off support if they really want to fight this. It's going to sacrifice the Beastmaster by the looks of it. Yeah. Again, one hero dies for a full rotation of Power Rangers.
And it wasn't like Beastmaster was carrying the gem like the earlier games. Not the biggest loss.
Also being watched by that observer. Again, they got no vision of hillsides unless they throw quads up. There's no, like, even when you can throw a Nova. I actually don't have any Power Rangers that can high places.
Era has completed that diffusal blade on the Spectre, so whoever doesn't have BKB on Power Rangers, they're gonna hurt so much from blades.
I'm wondering how long Oracle even survives. It's not just the diffuse blade too, it's the fact that you can just jump in reality onto the Oracle, trigger Manda style. Thing just hit you.
It's almost like you can reality onto the Oracle, use one diffusal charge on him and move on to the next target, and before you know it, Oracle's probably dead.
It's like the most efficient round of the team. Yeah, now got 5-man jungle. And but at the same time they do this, Qualifier top lane. I'm waiting to see how long it is till Qualifier Reg plays the ODs or it does work, right? Like it actually stops the passes the best aura. And that should also reduce all of his damage too, which he deals with the orbit.
I think it should work on auras. I know it works on passives, and you can't dispel it anymore, which is
Here we go again. Astral Haunt, and they jump. Look for the target. There's Void, but gets destroyed. So hard, Bolt Promise can opt in and pull back into back wall. The Raw splits his fight a little bit more. Sidran, well, he'll be brought down by a Rise, who now has himself a double kill. Hera did not find the power he was really expecting here, except for his illusion. He'll do a lot of work, aka killing off that Oracle.
I don't think
and they're still up though.
Oh man, I don't think I ever even expected to get that kill on Oracle towards the end of the fight, but this is a much needed Roche for Power Rangers. They can't afford to.
Awesome. Spectral Dagger, 5S coming out from the Bat Rider, he's beating directly on top of the units. It's actually snatched by the Beastmaster. Diego's model in the hands of no Diggity. Even if Power Rangers do take out Roshan, Roshan is now stranded on the cliff side. Throw out,
oh no,
there's actually a blink out.
Nice.
He can't go out, he tried to get over the hillside, but it wasn't far enough. Hera has a triple kill. Both gems go the way of no Diggity, and Power Rangers lose everything apart from the kill on Roshan.
You know how I said Power Rangers really need this? I think Diggity had the same line of thinking, and they're like, okay, if we buy back under the Bat Rider right now and kind of go YOLO with Era into the Roche pit, we might, it might not work out, but it wouldn't be the end of the world for us. But if we manage to do what we just did, we're pretty much gonna win the game, and they managed to pull it off. And I'm not gonna say with how game 1 and 2 went that Diggity have game, but they have increased chances of winning like by threefold just now.
They're looking so much better in the game. To answer your question before, I did actually just look at Night Stalker was not.
Okay.
He wasn't touched at all during the game 3 draft. More life on him, maybe he can pick up a Reaver now. Going into the heart. Gonna be his choice. Probably questioning. Nope. It's like actually with the ultimate orb. Might be looking to. Wait, hang on.
Scotty.
Yeah, it's gonna
don't say Lincoln, Toby.
No, I didn't want to think Lincoln's as well. Think of what else you're gonna be picking up. Like Scotty was the only logical choice. The only other thing I had in my mind is like, oh, you gotta go for a side device. That's gonna entertain.
Scotty is going to be really annoying for Sven. It's already a pretty good damage item because of the way stats benefit illusions. Chose I thought he might go for a butterfly. Yeah, butterfly is also pretty good against Sven. Sven doesn't want to build MKB. He wants to get dataless and two-shot people.
This
Yeah,
could be his
because-
last 2 items.
Yeah, he didn't go Radiance, and having Radiance and Butterfly, it's a no-brainer MKB, and MKB becomes really efficient. But because he didn't go for the Radiance, I thought having a Butterfly follow-up to Manta Diffusal, that's just so much agility for your illusions. And Quitfa looks like he was pinged out.
They
Slightly late.
really want to find a target. I don't know how they pinged him out. Like, there's no dire observer. They had came, just got like visible at the very last second, or PR just got.
Actually, some of the people that we haven't talked too much about is Syndrin, more than halfway to his Aghanim Scepter. And the App Store was really farmed in Game 1 as well. He's on track as well. Vlad's mech on top of the Aghanim Scepter. And this time he does have the gold.
Damage
be
starts to
careful.
increase.
Yeah.
He's out.
Actually, because he has a BKB now, he was under... He's pretty invincible right now.
How do you even
I
stop him? Like, he's got 3 great maneuverability items, plus his 5, plus the... Over is one of the most difficult to get. Yeah, like you gotta perfectly change down.
Where'd you go?
I think what Diggity can do now that Qualifier has the BKB is to use a Spectre Haunt. They've been doing that to give the Batrider vision before jumping in. And Eric can kind of haunt in and pressure the Oracle, like make Oracle feel uncomfortable, like he's feeling panic, so he's gonna use a false promise pretty early on himself, or just to be out of position, and then you lasso the OD or the Sven. And like from Power Rangers perspective, it's gonna be really tough. Like Oracle is not a fun hero to play when you're up against a farm Spectre like this. He just has to be so careful with his positioning, use the Glimmer Cape as soon as Spectre haunts, so as not die right away. Then just stay in a position where you can cover both the OD and Sven. It's really hard because then like the Sven and OD also have to be mindful that the Oracle has 2 targets that he has to be watching out for.
Best of luck in the next now. Pairing, because we have to remember, like the way you win this game, you gotta go up, you gotta get base. Yeah, struggled with this down last game. You also know with these teams, if a game can go longer than an hour, game of Dota 2. Very defensive for now. You know, Cinder is getting close. Ken's getting more and more money. He'll actually have. Mira is still farming up the rest of his Skadi, so he's happy to wait. See, it looks like he's actually Skadi. Horn's gonna come off. Who do they find? His bottom lane.
Yeah, it's Arise. Should be okay. Honestly, yeah, this was pretty good for Power Rangers. Every time you make them waste a haunt, it's 2 minutes of breathing room. But at the same time, Power Rangers have to know that the game can't go on like this. It is a sure losing scenario versus Spectre when you're wasting time. I think Goddamn is strong enough on the Sven to burst down pretty much anyone except Spectre, maybe. Maybe look for some plays. Kind of like game 1, you know, when they had the Clinks. They weren't able, they had an advantage. Not that they have an advantage in this game, but they're having a hard time finding ways to make meaningful progress this game.
Yeah. Actually have useful. All that
Middle
almost
tower is under attack.
worth of gold.
Radiant
That works.
structures are fortified.
How much of it actually does anything? Link, he's getting pushed out by Quad. Oh, now he actually has a back so he can reach
Radiant's
high
middle
ground.
tower has fallen.
PR being very defensive about it. Stand their side. Tower. Back up. They reach. Man of God cooldown. Over, and you got still Horns back down as well. He bought the time while they're all.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Extremely frustrating for Power Rangers. not like they're gonna get the Roche for sure, if it spawns. So they have to be under so much pressure right now. Do we wait for the Roche, or is the game going so sour that we have to take more risks, try to get pickoffs?
BTs.
And I think
Bottom lane. It's Qualifier. Not going to actually reach up to it. He thought about going for the constant prize, which was.
I mean, the sad thing is that Batrider can't even kill the career because he can't attack during last lane.
Problem, the Qualifier can't kill something. What an issue for him. Got a lot of things he can move. Yeah, you're actually gonna.
Yeah, Hex is up for a rise, but
The main reason why they are smoking, they're trying to put it to you.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You're not finding anything on the map. God damn. Well, at least he's gonna pick up some guess here in the mid lane. It's the Chen Ancient Army which he's building up. Black Dragon and Granite Golem, plus the Stolen Siege Power Rangers. And here comes that BT again. This time it's going to be a Blink Daggering Beastmaster. Cheshire Cat too far out. Farming up the wave on the top. As Spectre very quickly jumps him. The Darkseer down for a minute. Buyback is available. J4 almost died during that as well. Even the Mantra illusion of Spectre. That was just a Horn illusion, and now the jump out from Arise. He goes on top of Era. They've got the chainsaw going for the fourth up out the hand of God. Era, the last attack from the OD will connect. And Era is down for the count. Synderen into the death for damage. He can't see J4, however. Starts his own TP out. J4's going to find him, but the kick's too late. And we got ourselves a Global Stormbolt. I don't want to follow this, but we've got Yapstor. Still a fight here with Qualifier. Yap go down to Arise. Be Big Num with the Earth Pull. Doesn't work with Qualifier. He wants to try and kill off Arise, but he just attacks him cheek. So.
yeah, if they didn't get the return kill there, that would have been just so bad. Letting your Darkseer die in front of your tower like that and letting them get away. They could have gotten more. I think there was some targeting issues. The Synderen just TP'd out after a fully channeled Death Ward. Qualifier just being nuisance. Got it out the Roche.
Yeah, I've already started on. Now, Spectre can fight back, but he can't get into the fight. Seconds left on that Spectral Horn. It looks like Diggity are going to be in this position where PR takes for a chance. They have no way to stop it. He's on the ground as well for someone to pick up. What's that? Now?
Drop your stick. I think they could have possibly fought back for it, but like we mentioned in the
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yep. Restart quickly, man. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but we'll restart call quickly. We're not spiking again, so there's no back where we can.
Hello?
Hi, welcome back. Perfect.
Hey. Just for the record, I did hear you pretty well until the end. But...
oh yeah, so the Roche got taken by Power Rangers. It's much needed for Power Rangers, but for Diggity, it's like, yeah, you guys deserve it after what we did to you in the last Roche. We snatched it. Completely scammed you guys of the Roche that you pretty much secured for yourselves.
Oh, dead? Serverward was down. I started aggressively moving. They're here for the tier 2 tower. The Chen army is still forcing him in. He's gonna join him. Summons the Necrobox. He's looking for a tier 3 tower trade-off, and triple TPs come back just from one movement of this hero. The Chen army is also gonna be dragged back. Spectral Haunt. They find someone. Yeah, they found goddamn. Found him on the top river with those 3 TPs back. Orion is still in the neighborhood. But Qualifier now also going to come in. His BKBs are powerful. Goddamn. Well, there's your last two. Not going to put him on a clip this time around. Hex is there, but now the dead one from Syndra. The damage is decent. The BKB protects him from the damage from a Rise Era. He's almost going to complete up the kill on OD, burning the Aegis Immortal. Goddamn with the Godface of BKB. Now for revenge over on Syndra, and the one that must be killed in every fight. As Era up to the hillside. Looks like Boulder from Victor will put him in the way of Era and kicks him back up on top of the hill. He doesn't have a dagger, but he'll walk his way through the tree line. Mana Assault is available here from Era, so he's got the escape mechanism. But Qualifier may not be so lucky. Yes, he does. He's gonna blade up and running. The Centaur Suns from Yaptor. The kick will be able to catch up to the Chen. While all this has been going on, Jesus back on the bottom lane, starting with the push, keeping the split push, keeping PR, walking back to their base and away from the fight. The entire thing was actually a 1-for-1 trade-off. Aegis for Synderin.
Yeah, it's like the Dream Toby fight.
I don't know why I'm actually having so much joy giving Synderin so much shit. The funny thing is too, it's not really shit. What has to happen in every single fight? Like if we're calling out Era is dying in every fight, Quirk's dying in every fight, or Kazu's dying, then we know we've got a problem on the Diggity side of the lineup. Keep surviving. Like you've only got there's only one death for a Bat Rider who's been involved in 14 out of the 17 kills of no Diggity. It's Koifa's dream game and Era's dream catch-up game.
Just wondering what kind of item Qualifier is gonna follow up on. He has to, like, all these items are really useful. They're cheap.
You said Butterfly was probably the greatest choice, considering that buy a Monkey King, but he actually just picked up a Moonshard, Satanic Daedalus. He's solid now.
Oh, I was talking about on Qualifier.
Oh,
but on Era, yeah, you could still go for the evasion. Like just one null, not null talisman, but talisman of evasion could be really annoying for Goddamn, because he's starting to get to that point where he has to choose which item to get rid of. The armlet most likely be to get an MKB, but he's a far way off, and it's past that game where Sven is going to fully focus on farming. He's gonna be there, try to get that one beautiful team fight for his team so that they can actually do something about. Qualifier?
Yeah, he's not near the gem. He's gonna find a Rise. Spectral Horn's gonna go to work. I'm watching Oracle on the back lines. There's 3 Spectral Illusions around him. They are not gonna reality in, however. Flying Heroes of Rangers. To answer your question about Qualifier, I really don't think he can give up that Chevrolet. Having too much gem for something like would make more sense. Or just finish.
I mean, I don't think Batrider can actually get into a position where he can attack with the Silver Edge, though. Like, okay. He uses Silver Edge, right? But then if he wants to attack someone, he has to get close enough. And if he uses the Blink Dagger, it's gonna break the Silver Edge. So, I mean, like later on, after he gets like a Shiva's Guard or a Hex instead of the gem, I could see him upgrading the Metal Blade, because it's good stats. Like you get a Son on top of it, and who knows? Like when everyone has 5-second babies, you can apply the Silver Edge at the end of the BKB or before the BKB. You can't dispel it anyway. But for now, I'm sad to say, but I don't think Silver Edge is at the top of Qualifiers' priority list right now. But for Era though, he's been holding on to a lot of gold. He's obviously under some kind of decision making.
He's still got 2 scroll plus the drums, which must be given away. PR's preparing to buy something. 0.3k gold over on Cheshire Cat, 2.8k over on Goddamn. We assume it's a Cheshire Cat's item, and it's the ultimate. Looking at a... He actually used... This is like, they're going to be something more like it, like a scythe device, so the PR actually have a jump initiator that
I think one of the PR's main concern right now is keeping everyone alive, especially their supporting cast. Because if their supporting cast dies, their cores are gonna follow suit.
The answer from Qualifier. It's a refresher of primary item. Level 2 BTs. He does finally get rid of the gem. I'm now thinking like, okay, so the Silver Edge really make that much sense when you could also get something like an Aghanim Scepter and have a double lasso. And the silver, the Shadow Blade still make them. Like if he just gets so much money.
Especially in super late game scenarios, the cores usually don't have item slots to carry True Sight, so that's gonna be really annoying.
Master as well. Fights. Double lasso. Amount of space the pro as well as KZ gain. Diggity. Just this game, not to mention the entire series. Just this game, like they started off having really good. Created so much space for Arrow, who's still 5.8. They're gonna make so much now with these.
They're playing so carefully with their money. They don't want to make the wrong choice, end up regretting it. But man, I really worry for this Oracle right now. The first fact is like he's gonna die to Spectre Haunts, like just like one haunt is going to kill him if he doesn't have a Glimmer Cape. And on top of that, he has to deal with the fact that both the heroes that he's meant to counter have refresh. If Diggity feel like it, just because they can go in, lasso, let's say a Sven, and A4 is like perfect on the reaction. He false promises right away, and then lasso again. Probably won't be like that, but that's to illustrate my point that they have 4 initiations that A4 only has 1 skill to counter.
That's the reason why he's Lotus Orb. That could approach. Over. Radiant, not visible. Like, okay, hello. Hawk's coming over. Everything is sprung. Know the Roshan is being done. Smoke is up. And now, Spectral Haunt, they see Roshan down at 1600. Who's gonna grab this one? In they come, Quake with the lasso, dragging the OD out. Cinder gets the Death Ward off right in the middle of the pit. The damage is still not enough. Hero is down. Can't buy back and Spectral Haunt back in. Finally, they move over to Cinder with a rolling boulder. They leave Roshan alone. Chen's able to nuke down the Dark Team. It's a triple kill for goddamn. They look for more, and it will be Yapstor. Nowhere's the fight that even with this as a stock Uras.
Holy crap, Yapstor is so tanky.
OD actually just went down too. Qualifier just solo killed him. He dragged him onto a cliffside. Big Numb's TP out will be successful. And Yapstor actually does survive. Couldn't keep up with him.
Roche is so low.
Yep, they know it. And who's gonna come and kill it? I need the Beastmaster to come back over. Orion is heading down now with Goddamn. Both have Blink Daggers to get inside the pit, but Chen Army, it pushed in the mid lane. Feeling Rax is already on the sidelines. Black Dragon will start attacking in base rank, but to finish up Roshan is still worth it. Qualifier. He sees the armlet. You know he wants it. All he wants to do is deny it. He's going to. The armlet's down. They snipe out the gem with a courier. Goddamn, we're getting done off. Qualifier's got lasso up in 8 seconds time. Get a sticky napalm goddamn in the meantime. But he's losing his Firefly timing, so yeah, he has to back out.
Also, Diggity were the ones that sent the courier first. Like, look at this dire courier. It got there, it's like, you're late. They were able to retrieve both the gems. Not the biggest of deals, but it's nice to get 2 gems and deny your
everything counts. Everything counts. When you're still running like a Vision Superior lineup, Diggity's got.
There's just so much to recap on that fight because the melee Rax got pushed in at mid and
He's going for Cheshire Cat. The secondary TPs are on the way. They'll end up cancelling it as Qualifier realizes he bit off a lot more than he could chew.
He has to be more mindful about the Hex, possibility of Hex, but then again it was nighttime. It's hard for a Batrider to maneuver.
It's gonna happen again, man. Arthur's upcast an entire best of 3 where all games are...
For sure, it's gonna surpass an hour. The Spectre still has. He chose not to buy back that fight because he didn't have Haunt, but he's gonna finish his butterfly and still have gold. Yeah, he should.
Well, let's got an idea to get something else. Like maybe you feel Anthem of Evasion
Radiant structures are
and
fortified.
Abdul not having the drop. Fortify that a little too early. By the way, tower's still gonna go
Radiant's
down.
top tower has fallen.
Slow anything down for PR. Fortification for no Diggity.
Radiant's top tower
Ending
is under
against
attack.
Power Rangers Live has just become a lot harder again. Throw down pressure observer was just like, okay. Goddamn jumps in! That's a big kill. Yep, so it's down to buyback now comes down from Qualifier. Kendall doing his, but he takes care of, oh, okay, with the last two back, Arise! He's down, the Death Ward Finster, and he was perfectly positioned for 3 line. They couldn't get any kind of roar off to cancel that TP out of the Oracle, but they're gonna find Goddamn. He's got the Aegis, the Immortal. They're holding onto the roar for now.
Tower is under attack.
Wanna burn the Aegis to start with. Then look for a new target, and now up comes Goddamn, and goodbye Goddamn.
He didn't have God Strike.
Bottom tier 3 tower almost fell as well. It was the push that was started out from the Beastmaster. He came back and refresher orb everything he required. Carrying the Hawk for the BTs forward. Qualifier got his off cooldown in 1 second time. The Hawk comes in, he sees Big Nom and J4 moving out. This is Blink, Rock, Necroball, aka guarantee kill on one of these heroes. Qualifier just walked himself over anyway. Ghost Spirit as well as Oracle will be backing out. There's your buyback event.
Yeah, Rise doesn't have buyback though. Obviously, there's no way for Diggity to know this for sure, but I think the state of the game, they haven't lost a single Rax. They can afford to push their limits and make sure that...
Jump! They got Sven! Dragging Goddamn a long way from home. The Roar's on J4! Keeping him out. Even the Dire's Courier is getting sniped off in the middle of the fight. Hero is attacking the bottom ranks, but Goddamn trying to walk himself back into base. He'll have to trigger this BKB. Satanic not just yet, but the Death Ward from Cinderin! It needs more damage! The test! False promise from J4 won't do enough. In fact, he did help in the damage. Bounce up to Goddamn. Will he pop from this? No, he won't. He goes straight back up to full life. Hero is still very, very low. Try and dagger himself out. He'll end up killing up the Earth Spirit, getting back over the hill, and Goddamn, this is it right now. He turns for the fight, but he will go down. No Sven for 2 minutes. There's no hope for J4 to survive this either. No buyback to Marble, and the OD will be back up in a moment. Diggity will at least secure this kill on Cheshire Cat. They will take the bottom racks. The buyback comes down from Cheshire Cat. It's an all or nothing now. In comes Arise. How much intel can he steal before he drops the ult? He just throws the ult yet anyway. Cheshire Cat couldn't do enough. The pause will come out because Arise has disconnected. But this is GG. All the Power Rangers are starting to leave. The game is good, the game is done, and we actually just fall short of the hour mark. The No Diggity take out the winners bracket final 2-1. Don't think Arise is happy.
The endings to these games are always so weird. It's like this stuff just happens. You expect some kind of like a slow build up to this climax of the game, but you know, see this Batrider initiating on the end from far away. More of a deny, like